Oh, look at this. Proper posh dinner in a van. Ah, look at that. Hey up everyone, today I have brought you to Calder Farm campsite, and later on in this video we're going to go to a historical attraction and I'll give you a campsite tour of this place. But first, let's rewind back to this morning and I'll let Overdub Colin take it from there. Hello Overdub Colin, you alright?
I'm very well, thank you. Your quiff is looking mighty fine today.
Oh, thank you very much.
Anyway, enough of that, let's get into it. Welcome to my latest adventure in Jeff the Camper Van, where I show you a great campsite to add to your potential list of places to visit. This week I venture outside of the comfort of my Yorkshire blanket and head into the Badlands of Lancashire. Well, only just. Some of you will also be happy to know that Branston is coming with me on this trip too. I wanted to bring him on my last adventure, but sadly he wasn't very well. However, we give him plenty of time to recover and thankfully he's back to his bouncy old self. In this video I'll show you around the campsite, take you to a local attraction and give you bits of information and tips along the way. And finally, it would be fabulous if you could hit that subscribe button as it really helps the channel. I hope you enjoy this week's video, stay awesome and above all be kind. After making my much needed morning coffee, I popped on my trainers, packed the last bits into the van and strapped Branston in for the ride. For those interested, the harness we have is by a company called Viva, #not sponsored, and we got it from our local pet store. After a short drive, I arrived in Skipton, a gorgeous town in the heart of the Yorkshire Dales. I parked in the main car park in the centre of town, paid £3.50 for 3 hours and headed towards Skipton Castle. Skipton Castle is open 7 days a week and costs just £12 to enter. I could even take Branston in at no extra cost. History time with Colin from Yorkshire Pop Top Adventures. Around 1090, Robert de Ramil, no idea if that's how you pronounce it, a Norman baron, built a primitive fort out of wood on this very spot. But its timber structure did little to stop the rampaging Scots during their frequent raids into northern England. The Clifford family were granted the property by Edward II in 1310 when Robert Clifford was appointed First Lord Clifford of Skipton and Guardian of Craven. The Cliffords' Norman ancestors took the name of Clifford's Castle in Herefordshire, which they also owned. I don't think I can say Clifford anymore! Robert Clifford then began heavily fortifying the castle, but his life came to an end at the Battle of Bannockburn in 1314, with his new stronghold barely completed. During the Civil War, it was the last defence in the north, only giving way after a 3-year siege in 1645. Under the orders of Cromwell, the castle was then skillfully restored by Lady Anne Clifford. Clifford again. Skipton then remained Clifford's principal seat until 1676, and even today their banner flies over the castle with the approval of the present Lord Clifford of Cudley. Clifford. How many times have I said Clifford? Right, that's enough history waffle. Let's get on to the good stuff and head on to the campsite.
Right then, I've arrived. What a lovely place Skipton Castle is. Highly recommend it, and the fact you can take a dog in there, apart from into the cafe though. But, you know, I already had a coffee, so we're all good. Now, it is raining, obviously, because I'm camping, and I'm toing and froing with whether to put the awning up or not. I don't know. I have moved the van again as well, with the B-roll of me pulling up earlier. I'm in a completely different spot. So all I need to do now is get set up. Lovely. Right, so that's the awning set up, and we're going to film more of it, but it just kept absolutely throwing it down. I'm using these though, these like rock pegs, because it's a hard standing ground. We'll do a proper campsite tour in a bit, but it's hard standing, so you're going to need something a little bit more substantial than these bad boys. There's the normal ones, and they're like, there's a massive difference between them, thickness wise and stuff, so yeah. Make sure you got some of those for every campsite, because a lot of campsites as well actually do have hard standing like this, or you know, it's like a 2-inch layer of mud and then bedrock. But I feel better now. I've got this up just in case later on it does rain, and I've got my fire pit and my cooking stuff out. At least I can get everything out now, and I know I'm going to stay dry, or drier than I would have done if the awning wasn't up. Something else to pack away tomorrow, but hey ho, camping, isn't it? Nice. So we're all camped up and ready to go. It's so much harder to do when it's raining. The awning, I've not really set it up properly because rain, and I rushed it a little bit, and I've got a massive collection of water, but it's serving two purposes. One, if I need some water, I've got some fresh water from the sky, but two, it's stopping the awning from doing flappings. Branston's a happy chappy, he's just chilling out. Well, he's licking things I'm not going to mention. So I've sorted the awning out. You can see behind me now it slopes down. I've got a bit of B-roll, so all the rain now is going off the awning and down on one side rather than both sides in the middle and dripping down my neck, which is what I was doing. So that's all sorted, happy days. And what I've also done is raised up one side of the awning to above 6 foot. It's about almost 7 foot in fact, and that's where the fire pit end is. I know some of you have had concerns about me having my fire pit underneath my awning. I do have water on the side just in case something goes wrong. If your awning sets on fire because you're copying me, that's your fault. I've literally just spent the last hour chilling out, watching the rain outside, toasty and warm in here with the heater on. There's something really special about that. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. But yeah, just being all cosy and warm in the van while you can hear it raining, it's lovely. Branston's fast asleep just down here. I'll do some B-roll. He's just curled up into a tiny ball. I've just had a snack noodle, but I'm just waiting for it to stop raining, and then at least I can do a campsite tour, or at least get one filmed. And just get my bearings around the site. I've not even had a wander around. I've literally just parked up and I've just been here. So it'd be nice to have a wander around and find out what's going on, and for you guys as well, so you can see what this site has to offer and what it's all about. Right, it's stopped raining. I think it's now time for a campsite tour. Lovely!
Calder Farm campsite in Bolton in Bowland is a family-run working farm that allows caravans, tents, motorhomes and vans like mine. It's got over 20 level hard-standing pitches, all with electric hookup, and I had no problems running my 2 kilowatt heater and electric travel kettle. Water taps are dotted around in convenient locations, and I actually had a tap at my pitch. There's loads of grassed areas for tents, including electric hookup and off-grid should you wish. There's also a dog exercising field. There's one small heated toilet block with 2 toilet cubicles and 2 shower cubicles, both of which are push button, and I didn't go in the ladies for obvious reasons. Just off the toilet block is an undercover pot wash area with 2 large metal sinks. There are a few large camping pods on site that look lovely from the outside. I couldn't get in to have a look as they were occupied, and I didn't want to look like a weirdo more than I usually do while filming these tours. Near the entrance there's a small waste area which was emptied just after I took this video, including a bin for your ashes. There's an Elson point in the same location, and also a drain for larger motorhomes. There isn't a shop on site, but you can hire fire pits and buy logs should you wish. A bag of logs costs just £7. There's also free Wi-Fi if you enter the password that's on several signs around the site. The area is lovely, and there's even a pub within walking distance should you wish to venture out for a bit. There are plenty of walking routes from here, and despite it being winter and the weather a bit dull, the views are lovely. I had a view directly out onto an empty field from my pitch. My stay cost me just £27 with electric hookup plus £1 for Branston. All in all, this is a great site in a lovely location where you're not too far away from local activities and places to visit. I'll pop a link in the description below to their site. Right, it's beer, fire pit and food time. Stay tuned to find out what I'm making for dinner. It's surprisingly easy, and I highly recommend you try the same.
Is it daft of me to put the awning down? It's just something else to do in the morning, isn't it? It's just all blue. The sky is, well, it's as blue as it gets in an evening. I think it'll save me a proper load of hassle in the morning packing this down, and I can have an extra 10 minutes in bed. Yeah, I'm going to collapse the awning down. Right, so that's the awning removed, and I know a lot of you are just going, why would you take it down? What is the point in taking it down? I'm thinking the same to myself. I always think that unless it's really needed, like it's raining, then there's no point having it. It doesn't really keep you that dry, I'll be perfectly honest with you. Rain never really drops straight down, it always comes sideways in the UK anyway. And do you know what I do before I go to bed? I pack pretty much everything away so it's ready to go just to put in the van. I'll roll the mat up, put that away, fold the table away, all the other stuff. Everything I do on a night time saves me time in the morning. The more I've owned a camper van, the more streamlined I've become and the more efficient I've become at getting somewhere, setting up, packing up and going home. It's nuts, it's nuts. I don't know if any of you guys out there are like that. I know a friend of mine, Dominic, you'll have seen him on the channel a few times. He's got trailers and showers and pumps and shelves and a west wing and an east wing and all this stuff that he sets up. Dom, if you're watching, I love your setup, by the way. But But I genuinely, the more I've owned the van, the less stuff I've wanted to bring with me to set up. If I'm staying away for 4, 5, 6 nights in one spot, I will get everything out, like literally everything. And there's no stopping me because I've got all the stuff, so I might as well use it. However, on an overnighter, I wouldn't have even put the mat out if it hadn't been for vlogs. But in summer, I do like to have, the awning and the little kitchen-y thing that I've got outside with the kadak and, all those bits. That really makes me feel like I've got an outdoor kitchen and I can cook properly. Right, dinner time, lovely.
This week's dinner in the van was not only a breeze to make with the SQ Professional, #not sponsored, it was also super tasty. I made too much for one person, so there's definitely enough to feed 2 here. You could also play around with the recipe, add feta cheese or other roast vegetables, maybe try a different type of fish. Next time, to save some money, I'm going to buy and chop the veggies myself, as this small pack was quite expensive compared to buying the fresh stuff separately. Nice.
I've let the fire pit go out because I thought to myself it's pointless wasting wood while I'm studying cooking, and not only that, the wind has dropped, so it means I'm not going to burn through my wood so quick. So I should be able to stay out here for a fair few hours now, and as soon as I sit down with my food, I get that fire pit going again and we should be toasty warm. But yeah, what a beautiful evening. So many stars as well. Nice. Oh, look at this. Proper posh dinner in a van. I'm going to make sure that is properly on that heatproof mat on my knee, otherwise it's going to... look at that. Salmon and roast veggies. Oh, lovely. Right. I'm going to eat this and then I'll be back with the verdict afterwards. See you, bye. That is just the best meal ever. I highly recommend it. If you like fish, especially salmon or cod or something like that, and roast veggies, oh, that was an epic meal, and really quick and simple because it's all just in one pan in the SQ Professional, #not sponsored. Right, so unless anything substantial happens between now and going to bed, I shall see you when it's time to go to sleep. Okay, see you, bye. So I forgot to bring Branston's dog bed, so it looks like he's my second hot water bottle tonight. Night night guys, I'll see you in the morning. See you, bye. Good morning. Slept in, mainly for one reason, and that was Branston. He was in my way all night, kept waking me up. He's a massive dog, took up more of the bed than I did. Bless him. Because I slept in, I had to get up and crack on, get all the van back together and whatnot. And I'm now going out to a wedding venue to go see the venue itself, just to double check it. I always do before every wedding. And that's the end of the video. So I shall see you guys on the next adventure, wherever that may be. See you, bye. I think I'm in what's called the new kitchen. But the new kitchen looks like it's got toilets raised up like old-fashioned toilets off of the medieval ages. Recording? Yeah. We got audio? Yeah. Right. No idea why I'm shooting it like this, but... And later on in this video, I'm going to visit a historic... And later on in this video, I'm going to visit a... And later on in this video, I'm going to visit a historical... And later on in this video, I'm going to visit an historical... It's really hard to say. Just in case something goes wrong. However, with this... However, just do all that again. A few times now. Oh, hello, Branston. Hello. I mean, I'm busy doing this thing, like a camera thing. I think you're going to knock my camera over. What? I'm busy. But you're really warm as well. And that bothers me, because I know when you get off, my legs are going to be cold. Stupid. Keep forgetting to do the audio.